What's going on, Mgtow men? How you doing? Making another video here. I'm going to talk about my experience of no fapping and Mgtow monk. So I've got a week today. Actually, no, I have 6 days today with no masturbating, and I've got 2 days with no pot. I made a commitment to myself, and I'm making a commitment to you men that I am not going to smoke marijuana anymore. In addition to that, I've gotten rid of Instagram, I've gotten rid of Tinder, I've gotten rid of Bumble, and I've gotten rid of Facebook. And I've done this because I don't want to be distracted anymore. I don't want to waste another fucking day not being the strongest version of myself. And, you know, we need to be strategic life warriors. That's what a Mgtow man is. A Mgtow man is a warrior who is not allowing women to influence what he does. Okay? I know that if I take an audit of my life, of my decisions, what is behind that decision, what's behind that desire, 9 times out of 10 is trying to attract a woman. Which means that what I'm doing is not really in the best interest of myself. It's seemingly in the best interest of what's going to get me laid. And what I know is it's just like money. You know, James Baldwin, the famous writer, says when a man does not have sex and money, it's all he thinks about. When he has sex and money, he thinks about other things. A lot of truth in that statement. Now, when we have an audit of our life and we see that the reason or the decision making behind our life is primarily to attract a woman, we don't have clarity, right? We don't have focus. We don't find what our true calling is because we're too busy trying to attract women. Life is short. And if you think that you're going to find your calling after you meet the right woman, you're fooling yourself. If there's such a thing as a right woman, you're only going to find her until after you find what it is that you need to do. And what I need to do is become the strongest version of myself so I can help serve my fellow men. And what that means to me is a very lengthy and long ordeal. It's knowing how to survive in the wilderness. It's knowing how to farm, how to grow and produce my own food. It's being a high-level trainer of badass dogs. It's being a proficient martial artist, a lethal martial artist. It's being an expert on health and fitness. You know, and showing people how they can get healthier, and also healing people who have gotten injured or who have imbalances. It's mastering my emotions so that life's calamities don't cause me to be reactive. It's getting past the societal trap, which is greed. And most of that greed is really about continuing to satisfy a woman. Because high-end pussy likes high-end things. And high-end things don't ever stay the same. They always get better and bigger and shinier. And that's what drives men, many men, to make a lot of money is to satisfy a woman. Now, there's nothing wrong with making a lot of money, but you have to make that money as a byproduct of what you're doing, not make the money the focal point of what you're doing. You know, and there's a lot of people that are full of shit. I talked to a guy today that he wants to run a yoga studio. He wants to teach people how to be spiritual, but then he wants to make 150 grand a year. Like, well, you know, how is that? You know, if you're really a simple person, you know, you can be happy making 40 grand a year. You're still gonna have enough to travel. You're still gonna have enough to live decently, provided you're frugal and intelligent with your money. You know, so it's obvious to me that this man needs to make 150 grand so he can attract the right women. And for those of you who think that you need to make a lot of money, you still haven't gotten over your biological imperative. Because if you think this through, if you're still trying to attract women all the time, then yeah, you need to make a lot more money. But if you've gotten over that, if you've gotten past that, which again I don't claim to be, but I'm at least trying and I'm striving, then what does a man really need? A man needs to own a home, to have a car, have a means of providing for himself, that he's contributing to the greater good. That doesn't really necessarily, you know, unless that man wants a family and kids, yeah, he probably needs to make more money then. But a single guy, I don't really see why you need 150 grand a year. So, you know, there's a lot of guys out there that are full of shit. There's a lot of people that are full of shit. I'm not trying to hate, but, you know,